Thanks everyone for coming. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Empress Earth Feather Patah of Healing Springs Pharmacy. I'm a natural holistic practitioner. Today we are representing Conservation Makes Wellness LLC. Your health is our strength. Vegan Friendsgiving giveaway. Como Sea's Conservation Makes Wellness and Healing Springs Pharmacy have teamed up with EBN's Vegan Cuisine chef Shonda Caines to give away some awesome, beautiful gifts to the community. We thank you for joining us and we love you. I am your hostess, Empress Earth Feather Patah, and I'll be speaking with you throughout the broadcast. Please let me know if you have any questions. Peace, love, and light. I'm Earth Feather, coming to you from the Art and Life Foundation, Healing Springs Pharmacy, and Body Ecology Life Attunement Center. Special thank you to Conservation Makes Wellness, also known as Como Sea, and EBN's Vegan Cuisine for putting on our 2020 holiday Heal on Wheels Friendsgiving dinner. We are so happy and grateful that we are able to be a vessel to families in need. We're also so happy that now you get to reap the benefits of learning how to go vegan and how to do it also on a budget. We have some amazing things in store for you today. So, hey, let's go ahead and get started.
Shonda Caines, vegan fitness chef with EBN's Vegan Cuisine, bringing you the knowledge from the kitchen. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a beautiful day to be alive, to be moving, to be functioning. And as I continue with Vegan Month, I'm bringing you guys another video talking about something that we all should have in our dietary life. Unless you're allergic to it, of course, there's always a disclaimer. Unless you're allergic to something that I've shared or your doctors say you should not be taking it for whatever reason. Other than that, do your research and try it. All right. This root vegetable does not get half the love that it should get. All right. This is something that I grew up eating in the Caribbean. My mom put it on our plates and we ate it. And there's several different ways for you to try it. Some of them are sweet, some of them are savory. So we're going to get right into it. All right. For one, this is considered a medium food on the glycemic index. In a cup, it only has 75 calories. But one of the really great things about it, it has 34% of our full daily recommended intake of it. So that's pretty good to know that 1 cup of a superfood that doesn't get much love at all has so much goodness in it, right? So get your pen, get your paper, tag your people, do whatever you need to do. But it's actually the perfect season to eat it. Right now, autumn, and definitely into winter, okay? It has 24% of the manganese that our body needs, 12% of fiber. And if you aren't aware, we should be enjoying a high fibrous diet, okay? For many different reasons. You want to keep that colon clean. You want to keep that digestive system working the way it should and all that good stuff. It also has 7% of our iron. A lot of us are iron deficient. So to know that a cup of this superfood has 7% alone is awesome. And then it also has 6% of our B6. A lot of us are deficient in B vitamins. And there's a pigment in this vegetable that gives it its rich color. It's called betalains. And that pigment is a water soluble. So when you look at that, that is awesome for us. That betalain it functions 2 parts. It's great because it's an antioxidant and it's also an anti-inflammatory molecules. Okay, I'm getting a little deep there. But to be able to have something that provides the antioxidants as well as the anti-inflammatory molecules is definitely what we need. All right. Legendary has it that this is the way how a lot of the centurion Russians were able to not only live long, but they were able to thrive because of this superfood that I'll tell you about in a few minutes. It is colorful. It comes in different colors. It looks like something that we can't live without, which is our heart and clean blood. And it contains powerful nutrient compounds to help protect us against heart disease, birth defects, and certain cancers, especially colon cancer. And again, it promotes optimal health. And it also has additional amino acids in it. So listen up. This is a thing that you definitely want to have in your system. So you're truly trying to find out at this point, Shonda, what are you talking about? What is it I should have on my plate, on my fork, or even in my cup when it comes to living a healthier life? It is beets. All right. So a lot of people don't like it. It looks messy. It looks dirty. It would be overlooked, just like a diamond, right? You got to get to it. So beets are definitely something I want to encourage you to begin to eat. So I've shared on my Instagram and my Facebook Live a while ago that I oven roasted some beets with carrots and potatoes. But beets stand alone by themselves. So several ways that you can enjoy it. You can definitely have it shaved and grated. You could put it on a salad. You could put it over soup as a garnish. You can have it boiled for like a minute. You can steam it. Of course, you can oven roast it like I did. And of course, you can also juice it. So here at EBN's Vegan Cuisine, because we thrive to bring you nutrient-rich juices and foods, we started to carry our ABC Zinger. So our ABC Zinger includes apples, beets, carrots, and organic ginger. We only use organic ginger just for you. We're gonna move on. We're talking about beets. Yes, a lot of people don't like it, but it loves you. So go ahead and look into eating beets. When it comes to beets as well, it's one of the most striking things about beets are their unusual mix of antioxidants that are contained when it comes to nerve tissue health as well as eye health. Now, we all know all of us want to be able to live as long as possible, but we don't just want to live as long as possible. We want to thrive. All right, we want to be able to see, preferably with our own two eyes. But thank God, glasses and contacts are available. And even if we're not taking care of our eyes, they can still degenerate and we won't be able to see. So when it comes to beets, they help with eye health and they also help with nerve tissue health. And we have so many tissues and nerves throughout the body. It's unbelievable. Okay. Beets also is a standout vegetable in this area of antioxidants. There's no other vegetable, when you look at it, can really compare to beets. We're going to talk quickly about the anti-inflammatory benefits. It helps with unwanted inflammation and risk of cardiovascular problems like osteoarthritis. All right. As a group, the anti-inflammatory molecules found in beets may eventually be shown to provide cardiovascular benefits in a large scale human studies. So there are a lot of studies going on, but they're looking to find more ways to bring to the population larger studies. But they already know how important it is when it looks at the benefits of attacking inflammation in the body. And we all have inflammation in the body. Okay, the betalain pigments present in beets have repeatedly been shown to support acting in our body's phase 2 detoxification stage, right? So we have several different stages of detoxification. Phase 2 is a very important one. It is the metabolic step that our cells use to hook activated, unwanted toxic substances with small nutrient groups. So we want, if we're going to detox the body, to at least get to phase 2. Why? In that process, in the detox phase 2 process, It is the metabolic step that our cells use to hook activated, unwanted toxic substances up with small nutrient groups. This hookup process effectively neutralizes the toxins and makes them successfully, you get rid of them. They are successfully removed from the body. All right. And you want to make sure you do that because they become, these pigments are water soluble. And when you have water soluble nutrients in the body, it helps with excretion. And of course, when we excrete, it's through our urine. So look into foods, aka beets, that actually helps not only detoxify your body, but get to phase 2 of the detoxification process, because we want to be able to hook activated, unwanted toxins from the body, right? How beautiful is it to know that God has nutrients on the earth all over the world at our foot that can help take care of the body that he designed, that you and I walk around a lot of times ungrateful for, right? So beets is one of them. Okay. If you are a person who thinks of, right? If you're a person that thinks of exposure to toxins and want to give your body as much detox support as possible, beets are a food that belongs on your plate. It deserves to be in your pantry, on your cabinet. It needs to be a conversation. And definitely if you have young children, I encourage you to get them connected to beets as early as possible, because we all know the longer it takes for us to introduce whole foods to our diet, by then we have already acquired a certain palate. And the older we get, the more resistant we are to trying new things. So definitely get the children involved as early as possible, right? And something else I wanted to note, it's important to note 2 other areas of potential health benefits associated with beets: anti-cancer benefits and fiber related. Nobody wants cancer. Cancer is everywhere. If you and I personally have not experienced cancer, we know of someone very close to us that has it, are in remission from it, or unfortunately won the battle with cancer. So why not try our best to get in more foods that are nutrient rich, high in fiber, high in antioxidants, help with inflammation, help to fight off free radicals. And if we make them correctly, right, there's so many different ways to make everything, we can enjoy them. So a lot of times we may not like something because we made it a certain way. But of course, if we make it a different way, we may start to enjoy it. That's why here at EBN's Vegan Cuisine, we talk about awakening your palate. Therefore, awakening your wellness, right? Because a lot of our palates are dormant to healthy foods. I'll say that again. A lot of our palate, our mouth, our taste buds are dormant to healthy foods. So until we begin to try them and try them truthfully and long term, we will continue to only have a palate awakened to salt and sugar and greasy foods. So of course, if you haven't had many fruits and vegetables growing up and you didn't have them in your 20s and 30s and now you're in your 40s and 50s and 60s, of course you're not going to like them the first few times. But I challenge you, especially this month, to try something new. Try it differently. Pay somebody to make it for you, or stop at a Whole Foods market or somewhere and try it differently. All right, there's so many different recipes online. There's no excuse for us, especially if you have a smartphone like I do, to find things online. All right, those are some of the things that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to finally talk about the combination of antioxidant and anti-inflammatory molecules in beets. That's what makes this a highly candidate for risk reduction of many cancer types. Lab studies on human tumor cells, listen up, have confirmed this possibly for colon cancer, stomach cancer, nerve, lung, breast, prostate, and testicular cancer. All right, they're doing their research on this, so you make sure you want to get beets into your life. All right, so you want to make sure that you're getting in anti-inflammatory foods every day. You want to make sure you're getting in foods that are high in antioxidants every single day. And you also want to be getting in foods that help with free radicals. Free radicals sound like what they are. They're radical and they will attack the precious things in your body and they can cause problems. All right, so this is something that you definitely want to look into. What foods that are in season that I can begin to eat to help reverse any inflammation that I may have acquired. All right, it takes no time to get to the farmer's market or to the grocery store or to a local farmer. I did my research and I make sure there's a certain amount of beets ratio to apples to carrots and to ginger. As a fitness nutrition specialist and a weight loss specialist and a certified personal trainer, and as a vegan fitness chef, it is my job to make sure whatever I bring to you guys, especially since I consume it as well and my loved ones, is to do my research, to look at the research behind of it, and even connect with nutritionists and dietitian and holistic practitioners to ask them the different ways to do this. And I could tell you the beets, the reviews that I'm getting from my customers, a lot of stuff I don't share online because it's private. I don't want to be sharing their name and their face, but do know the benefits are there. My youngest beets juice lover, he just turned 2, Mr. Faro, and it's just a beauty to have met him and know that every day, his father says, he begins with our tropical sea moss smoothies, and throughout the day now he's drinking the beets juice. So here is a tropical sea moss smoothie. It has bananas, strawberries, mango. It has organic flaxseed. It has organic agave in it, organic unsweetened almond milk in it, authentic Caribbean wild crafted sea moss, gel in it. It has bladderwrack, burdock root in it, and it has some other stuff in it. So this right here is a game changer. And baby Pharaoh that just turned 2, he has this, his father tells me, every morning, first thing in the morning. The other one we have that's really good too. This one actually has more nutrients in it than the tropical one. This is our superfood sea moss smoothie. Superfood sea moss smoothie. And this one has organic moringa, organic spirulina, organic chlorella, organic flaxseed, organic agave, organic bananas, organic bladderwrack, organic burdock root, authentic Caribbean sea moss, organic unsweetened almond milk. Listen, this right here is life. This one is green. It's called a superfood sea moss smoothie. The body goes through detoxification between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. every morning. So I encourage a lot of my folks to make sure that they're getting this in first thing in the morning. So if Pharaoh can drink our beets juice at 1.5, because I started working with that family since May, as a grown-up, we too can do it. All right. So I'm challenging you this month, Vegan Month, World Vegan Month, to up the amount of nutrients that you're getting in. And if you're anywhere in the Metro Charlotte area and throughout the world, I'm actually sending some sea moss international. Got some requests from the UK, and I've already had some requests from the Caribbean. I've sent some stuff over there privately, and people was like, my stuff is about finished. I want some more. So I'm working on that as well. But beets is life. I thank my mother. I'm going to call her tomorrow to thank her for putting beets on my plate. It's one of my favorite foods to eat. And if you hate beets, I ask you to please give it another try. And it's gluten-free, it's guilt-free, it's high in fiber, and of course it's vegan.
Thank you so much, Shonda. I hope you guys had your notebooks out. If not, it's okay because this is going to be available on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/earthfeather, so that you can go ahead, rewind it back, and learn some more of these awesome tips that we have for you. Watch when my Baba artist goes to the store, how he comes back with all this food for just $38. Can you believe it? $38. That body ecology. let's go ahead and get a little earth walk to see what Baba is up to.
The way you feeling inside got you sipping on that wine, got your eyes hypnotized. Let me take you on a ride. Can I take you on a ride? Let me take you on a. I say the way you feeling inside got you sipping on that wine, got your eyes hypnotized. Let me take you on a ride. Can I take you on a ride? Let me take you on a. The way that I'm feeling, I'm really just grooving. On a new level, my mind is translucent. Energy keep rising, up, up I go. What is gravity when your mind free flow? Cool water running, not feeling complacent. Always on vacation, take a ride with me. All you need is patience. Daily meditation is your medication. Gotta free your mind just to free yourself. Gotta ask for help. The way you feeling inside got you sipping on that wine, got your eyes hypnotized. Let me take you on a ride. Can I take you on a ride? Let me take you on a. I say the way you feeling inside got you sipping on that wine, got your eyes hypnotized. Let me take you on a ride. Can I take you on a ride? Let me take you on a. How you feel? Tell me how you feel. I wanna feed your mind, show you how it is to heal. Manifest it all around me. All I do is stack and build. Find the light in it, guide you. It's divine's will, I say. How you feel? Tell me how you feel. I wanna feed your mind, show you how it is to heal. Manifest it all around me. All I do is stack and build. Find the light in it, I guide you. It's divine's will, I say. I say this little light of mine, I say I'm gon' let it shine. Whoa, whoa, yeah. This little light of mine, I say I'm gon' let it shine. Whoa, whoa. This little light of mine, I say I'm gon' let it shine. Whoa, whoa, hey. This little light of mine, I say I'm gon' let it shine. The way you feeling inside got you sipping on that wine, got your eyes hypnotized. Let me take you on a ride. Can I take you on a ride? Let me take you on a. I say the way you feeling inside got you sipping on that wine, got your eyes hypnotized. Let me take you on a ride. Can I take you on a ride? Let me take you on a.
On the fridge.
Actually, you put it in this bag, you know.
Okay.
I just went to Danville and did my regular Tuesday shopping. I shopped at Aldi for most of the green vegetables. I bought spinach and tangerine juice from Little. And I bought kale and corn from Food Lion. But nothing special, just the regular stuff every week. Just getting good buys, know what to buy. But I hear a lot about food insecurity during the time of COVID. And the reason people are food insecure is because they're trying to buy meat and cooked food. But I'm just looking at what we bought today for 38 bucks. I'm sure it's enough to feed 4 or 5 people for 4 days for 38 bucks.
Okay, so yes, I can attest to all that Baba does, and I've been learning from him how to shop, how to save, and it is just amazing to be able to go to farmers markets. It's amazing to be able to also have coupons if you have them and also look out for sales. So make sure that you're checking the circulars, looking online, comparing prices before you take your trip out, then that way you know where to get all the good deals. Peace. I want to go ahead and get into meeting the sponsor of this entire event, and then we'll go and try to get the video to come back on a little bit later in the broadcast. So we want to introduce to you today Christopher Wood from Conservation Makes Wellness. How are you today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
We are doing wonderful. A little
Okay.
tired from all this charity work, but you know, it's all worth it. And I know you've been pretty busy yourself. But like I said, we want people to get to know you and a little bit about Conservation Makes Wellness. So let's get right into it. Let's go ahead and start off because I know I had a couple of questions that I would love to ask you. I've been dying to ask you myself. So first thing that I really wanted to know is what brought you to this idea to give away healthy food on Thanksgiving?
This idea really stems from the concept of giving and providing, assisting others, because in my opinion, when you roll those three things together, what you get is caring. And caring is what Conservation Makes Wellness is about, because we want to be a part of the solution. Now, there was a specific incident for this particular moment as well. I was in the hotel room doing Conservation Makes Wellness work, and I was hearing the news talk about this particular day. And so it just sparked my need to contact you, HSF, contact EBN, and just see what we could do together. And because of the contact, the fantastic energy from Healing Springs Pharmacy and EBN Vegan Cuisine, we have today. So I thank the two of you and your organizations for this moment.
Well, Chris, we abundantly thank you as well. We could not have done this without you. We're so grateful for organizations that just come out and engage with us and give us amazing ways to go ahead and engage the community. If I can also ask you another question, I've got my notes here. I was like, I don't want to forget. So, because I know that your company, you have Conservation Makes Wellness. So with wellness, what is your definition of wellness and health?
Well, wellness for me, actually, that's a good question because it really speaks to why the company's name is what it is. So if you look at it, you'll see that it has conservation, makes, and wellness in the entire name. I wanted the name to represent what we were about and what we were trying to achieve in our goals. So what I do is I take people to the dictionary where I looked up the meaning of what we were doing. So I'm just going to share that. I'm going to read that to everyone for a moment. The meaning of conservation. Conservation is the act of conserving for the prevention of injury, decay, waste, or loss. It also, another part of that meaning also is the careful utilization of a natural resource in order to prevent its depletion. So you couple that with the meaning of the dictionary's meaning of wellness, which says it's the quality or state of being healthy in body and mind, especially as the result of a deliberate effort. So when I married those two together by using the word makes in between. And so that meant what we hope to accomplish in our mission is actually what you heard in EBN Vegan Cuisine's video in the beginning. It's that is what it is. And that's what makes it such a good combination for all of us to get together.
Wow, you sound like an expert to me. That was a wonderful definition as well. I'm glad to hear how everything came together and your history. This is amazing. So one other question, because I wanted to ask, what's your specialty?
My specialty? Well, I tell you what, I think about it like this. And I don't know if you call this a specialty, but I believe it's important for all of us to use our gifts and talents for the benefit of others. So what it is that you've been gifted is essential for you to put into that effort. And so if you want to ask a specialty, now I don't know if you're asking my personal specialty or Conservation Makes Wellness specialty, but it all boils down to caring. Realizing, like I spoke earlier about caring, we're not in this world alone. And I believe that love is the most powerful force in this world because we're told that God is love. So for us to love each other and to care for each other and to use our gifts and talents, as I said, to make each other's lives better, that's what I want us to specialize in. That's what I want Conservation Makes Wellness to specialize in. By the way, I noticed you two are wearing your t-shirts. So much appreciation to you two for that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for these amazing shirts. So I'm really warm. I'm out here on the land. So it's just right on time. So thank you so much. So one more question, just one more if I can, okay? Since today is Thanksgiving, I'd like to know, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
That's a throwback question there. So what you do is you take me back down memory lane with that, because actually my favorite dishes I no longer consume, because in the evolution of my health, it has taken me away from the traditional eating for this particular season, which happened to be my mother's. And hey, love your mom, forgive me for this, but it just happens to be her candied yams and her macaroni and cheese. There are a lot of fond memories of that, but the body no longer consumes those. Well, I would say sparingly. You probably could count on one hand how many times I may try some during the year, and it's primarily because of the impact that dairy and sugar has had on my body. So it has caused me to have to change the course of my diet.
I totally get it. Well, we're happy to know that EBN's Vegan Cuisine did some healthy Friendsgiving meals today for the Salvation Army with the help of Conservation Makes Wellness and the coordination of Healing Springs Pharmacy, and especially with all the hard work of EBN's Vegan Cuisine. So nice clap of the hands for that amazing give today. We were able to help out at least 12 people to get a catered chef meal. Now that is something to clap about right there.
It
so
blesses my
for
heart.
Every month of this year, yes, every month of the next year, and hopefully we want to continue doing this. So just putting that word out there for everyone that you can get involved. This was our core team this time, but each of us will be actively seeking people to join us so that we can duplicate this model with the Heal on Wheels and, take this nutrition and vegetation all over the place. So one other thing that I'm going to do is have Shonda to go ahead. I'm going to ask her to unmute herself, and she has some amazing pictures that she sent me of the meal, the Friendsgiving meal. Thank you so much, Shonda. I've made you the host so that you can share your screen, and then that way everyone can see those awesome pictures that you made of the food.
And some of the foods that we provided for the families, I'll go ahead and start letting you guys know at least what they are. Where we had some island punch. I am from the United States Virgin Islands, so I like to infuse what we do. So we had some island punch, we had barbecue meatballs, we had vegan turkey cutlets, we had Caribbean cabbage, we had green beans, we had oven roasted potatoes that had 3 different types of potatoes in it, pumpkin pie. We had our cornbread flax muffins, flax for a lot of fiber. If you guys watched the video earlier, the importance of having flaxseed in the diet. And we also had apples and oranges as well to cleanse their palate. And I do want the families that have children to be getting in as much vitamin C to keep their immune system up as much. So those were included as well. I also did a personal note to the families, just letting them know, I hope this this meal reminds them that they are loved, they are worthy, and they are valued and appreciated, and to let them know that their meal was made with love from Chef Shonda. And I took it a step further and had my ebook. It's an ebook. It's an educational ebooks on the 10 tips to successfully grocery shop and to cook at home. I had those printed in color. One of my friends wanted to be a part of this event, so she printed them off free of cost for me. And then from there, I took them to a local business to have them binded. So it was just such a pleasure to not only cook for them, but to also make sure that they got just as many dishes as the average home, right? They had 2 entrees, all vegan, of course, and then they had about 5 sides and then 2 fresh fruits. And then they had a dessert, and they also had a pumpkin pie was vegan, of course, and then they also had an island drink. So I just want to encourage us as well, too, that when we do for others, I truly believe it's important to do it the way how you would want to receive it. So make sure it's done with good energy, with great energy, with focus, with compassion, to realize that we could be in that same situation, and also to deliver it in love as well. I'll go ahead and try to share this with you guys. No, I'm not sharing this. Excuse me. Let's see. Micro.
So where it says share screen, and then you're going to, when you hit share your screen, it's like you share your desktop, and then we'll be able to.
I was trying to figure out the quickest way to find the photos.
Oh,
okay. Let's go to gallery. So we'll go through this. So this first, can you guys see the first some pictures?
I still see just you.
Oh, but you can see me with a mask?
No.
No, just your screen is frozen. Oh, now it's starting. Now
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Now
Okay, so this is today with me leaving, still making sure I'm protected, head is covered, mask on, and gloves are on. I wonder if I could just twirl and it'll keep going. Oh, maybe I have to go back to it each time. Okay. Oh, I see. You have to do it. I got it. Okay. I'll get to one of them that has a lot of the food, so we could just wrap this up. Nice, this one right here. Okay, so you guys can see this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can, Chris, thank you. So you can see closest to us is the green beans. It has a lot of onions in it. To the right on the top of that is the vegan turkey cutlets. Of course, that right there is the vegan pumpkin pie. And then that's some more green beans. That's some barbecue vegan meatballs. And if you go after that, it's more cutlets. And then if you go across from that, that's some oven roasted potatoes. It's 3 different types of potatoes. And I did just a basic salt and pepper. Closest to the wall, you have some Caribbean cabbage that has green cabbage, purple cabbage, and carrots. That's the same thing that's next to it. And then there's more potatoes, and coming back, you can see the cutlets and the more meatballs and more cutlets, because there were several families that we were taking care of thanks to Conservation Makes Wellness. They also had island punch, and they had some muffins as well. Let me get you guys so you guys can see the muffins real quick. Yeah, so you can see the muffins. Oh, I wanted you guys to also see what I did for the families. You could see the cards, some of the cards that were made. One of them said, "Happy Thanksgiving. May this meal remind you that you are loved, valued, and appreciated. Chef Shonda, made with love." And then I put the date on it. And then the one closest to us says, "Blessed Friendsgiving family. I pray this meal remind each of you that you're all loved, valued, and appreciated, made with love. So I wanted you guys to see that because, I mean, not because, you know, folks are in a transitional season means that their value is depleted at all. That I totally wanted to make sure that everything that was done in excellence and in love. And this right here is the muffins, the final results of the cornmeal, the cornbread flax muffins. And I'll make sure that I put a lot more organic flaxseed in it. So if this family has not been able to move their colon the way we all should, that they will within the next day or two. So I was very intentional about that as well. So that right there is the bulk of the food that was shared in addition to the island punch as well. So again, their beautiful meal, everything included. First and foremost, their card, just letting them know that I pray that this meal reminds them that they're loved. And then you have the ebook, and I made sure not to just give it to them, but I wanted it to be binded. I explained that to the business that this is for families that are in a transitional space. I need something that's really sturdy for them. And then from there, their food. Actually, I have a copy right here that you can see. So this is it right here. And if you're on here, what you can do, if you want to connect with me, if you go to my website, Shonda S. Canes or shondacanes.com, you'll see where it says download, and this will actually come to your email. And then from there, if you want to just go ahead and print it off in color. And then you could ask them to do a comb bind, like a comb, I'm combing my hair and bind is what it's called. And the back of it is black. So it's something pretty nice to do. And I told the Salvation Army shelter about it. And I will get in contact with them again to really encourage them to find a local sponsor who will have them the sponsor can give them donations to actually print it off, Chris, and bind it. So when these families are moving back into their own homes or homes outside of the shelter, they can learn immediately about the tips to successfully grocery shop and also to successfully cook at home, because several of the tips including the children, having them rotate, helping, making sure everybody's hands are washed, how to store the food. It talks about when it comes to cooking, it's best to cook the foods that's going to take the longest first, and then the foods that's going to take the least amount of time, you want to put them together. So for instance, if you're making beets, but you also have squash and zucchini in the oven, you want to make sure you put the timer to go off for the squash and the zucchini first, because those will be cooked first. Of course, we all know carrots and beets are very hard, so they're going to take a longer time to cook than the squash and zucchini. And people have told me that has been so helpful, because a lot of times they'll just, turn on a timer to 350, 400 and forget it. You always want to make sure with the oven, for safety reasons, you want to set the timer, because you'll be surprised how quickly 20 minutes go. I could set the timer and then go and sit down and it's beeping. I was like, dang, that was 20 minutes already. So we want to make sure safety is first. So that's something for you guys to also share with your loved ones. If you also want to print off a copy for yourself and then share with your loved ones, take a picture of it and make them do the work, right? And say, hey, I got this on this website and it's for free. Here's the link, and screenshot the download button. And then from there, just take it from there. So all three of us with Healing Farms, Healing Springs Pharmacy, Earth Feather, who's a part of that and the founder of that nonprofit organization, as well as Conservation Makes Wellness, as well as other organizations that will be joining us and individuals. We simply want to be able to help our communities and people and organizations helping throughout the world to simply do what we do here at Awaken Your Wellness. We want to awaken your palate and awaken your wellness. And then from there, we want to conserve. Like Chris said, we want to be able to conserve. And when it comes to Earth Feather, she's all about the land. That's where she is right now, grounding herself. And it's just a great collaboration. We truly thank you guys for connecting here, when you connect on YouTube as well, and to continue to just be kind and to take care of yourself.
We're connected right now on Facebook Live as well. So hello to everybody that's watching on Facebook.
Yes, absolutely. like I said, I know it's Thanksgiving and a lot of people are busy today, but we appreciate you guys taking some time to just do something outside of the norm. And I'll turn it back over to Earth Feather and Chris from here. But thank you so much.
So yes, I would feel best to allow it for any Q&A that may be available. If Angela has any questions, even if Chris, if you have any questions, I know that I have a question for you, Shonda.
Yes, ma'am.
You know me with my questions. So let me get my notes back out because I want to make sure that I ask everything that I wanted to ask you. Okay, so I wanted to know, why are you vegan?
Well, that's a really great question. Thank you for asking. Well, for me, my journey started probably in the elementary age group. I probably was about 8 when I personally got a connection with the cows. I know in the Caribbean, we had our milk and then it had a cow on it. And just being silly kids, we will stick our fingers in the milk and it would make what looked like a lady's chest. And I don't know if from doing that, I ended up having a connection with the cow. But from there, the cow and I would have conversations, like legit conversations at lunchtime, that I didn't give them permission to drink my milk. I didn't give you permission to drink my milk. And it was really like the cows was like, they're raping me. I had this conversation, and that's what I think might have been my first idea of becoming an attorney and defending the cows. I never told anyone because I truly believe at this point I would still be in a crazy house. And then from there, it just transitioned on to where my dad made the best eggs, scrambled eggs, omelets, and he took me to the doctor. I normally went to the doctor when I visited him in the summertime. And the doctor just said that, what you had for breakfast? I said, omelet. And he said, I guess he must have said, if you eat too many of them or whatever the case may be, you could end up getting cholesterol or whatever. And I stopped eating eggs right then and there. And then from there, having a goat in the yard, and then realized that the goat was no longer in the yard. And when I asked my uncle, he said, well, this soup that we're about to eat, that's called goat water soup. I said, oh, okay, no more goat. And then I got off of beef and pork. And then from there, the heightened awareness. And though I started cooking at 9, and by the time I was 13, 14, got off of it, I was pretty much cooking for the family because my mom worked 2 jobs as a chef and 2 different restaurants. So it just transitioned from there. And then from there, being overweight and coming to college, I think in 1999, the end of it, when everybody thought the world was going to end, I cut out all fast food. And with the turkey doing gabba gabba and dancing, I said, if a turkey can dance and act like me, no more turkey. And I cut out turkey. I believe this actually, I think, is my 20th or 21st anniversary, 24-year anniversary of turkey. So
wow.
Transitional. And then from there, it was at undergrad at UNC Charlotte, just eating some chicken tenders. And I said, this is going to be the last chicken. And it was that. And then the shrimp and stuff. And I think I went to the aquarium and the fish was like, what about us? And I was like, give me about 2 more months. I'll get off of it too. So it's been a process. And I truly understand now when people say they have a connection with an animal from young or whatever the case may be, and they stop consuming it. It's really true, but you may not get your ethical connection until later on in life. My consciousness just started at a really young age, and it really started with the cow as far back as I can remember. Yeah, it's a funny.
Awesome. So we're all here listening.
Yeah, I like
and
it.
we just wanted to say hello to our property manager over here at the Virginia branch.
How y'all doing?
He's representing for conservation.
Yeah, nice shirt.
Yes, Mr.
Nice shirt. Awesome color.
Thank you.
This is actually my favorite color.
Yes.
That's color money, baby.
So we're out here on the farm today. We're going to be planting some more fresh fruits and vegetables so that in the future we can supply more to people like you. We are young urban farmers. Even though I'm in my 40s and he's in his 50s, I still feel young.
Yes.
And that's why having a plant-based vegan lifestyle for my husband and I works so well. I'm so happy and grateful that we got to hear from you, Chris, Shonda Keynes, EBN Vegan Cuisine. And we look forward again to having some more of these amazing talks together for the community. This was just our first one. And you guys, I want to tell you, we put this together in less than 7 days. So I have learned from this experience that I'm going to most likely need to be on the grid if I'm the host, right? Or we're just going to have to make sure that somebody else hosts. But that was the biggest learn for me. But I just want to say how humbled I personally am to be a part of this project, to be a vessel of love and light. And I want to thank everyone again for coming today and just say peace and blessings to you. We'll take 7 more minutes to the call. If there's any other questions, Angela, please, if you have a question, you can ask of Chris or Shonda. We'd be happy to answer for you. I know you've known Shonda since the 90s, but hey, if you have a question, let us know.
Yes, Angela, you should have a question for one of us.
Okay. While Angela's thinking, let me just get this little bit in since we have a few minutes remaining. On behalf of Conservation Makes Wellness, what I'd like to share is that our mission is to focus on the healthy food options for people living in low income, underserved communities, and to create substantial ways. So like Tanise just mentioned, this is the first of many events like this. And so I'm looking forward to that. And also what Conservation Makes Wellness is interested in is the partnering with organizations such as Healing Springs Pharmacy, EBN Vegan Cuisine, in order to make events like this possible. So I just wanted to share that and get that out there. We are a new kid on the block, but we will be around for quite some time. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone and continuing along this process.
Yes, and we look forward to the collaboration and the partnership with Conservation Makes Wellness. Also, one of the families that I had the honor of actually meeting when I delivered the food, I actually thought it was a staff at the Salvation Army. I decided a few days ago that EBN's Vegan Cuisine will be adopting, so to say, sponsoring this family, and I will be seeking out from my community here in Charlotte and overseas or wherever to sponsor. So if there's anyone watching this, if you would like to donate, it's a family of 9. So I grew up in a family of 9. The wants are unlimited. You can always connect with me and we're going to get it done. I did get a very small donation from one of my clients, and the mom will be sending me some needs that they have. So I wanted to let you guys know that if you're thinking about this and you've been wanting to do something, especially with Black Friday coming up, you might say, instead of me spending money, maybe I can afford $10 or $15 or even $5 towards this family. Definitely connect with me. And also you could connect with Chris as well, or Earth Feather as well, in any regards to that, because we're always looking for and intentionally seeking out opportunities to help families, especially in the vulnerable community.
Yeah, so Shonda is in charge of the Charlotte area, so it's best that they get directly with you, because then that way we can ensure the family is receiving it, since that's your connection, and we'll make sure to funnel people and channel them for your Charlotte Healing Springs projects.
Thank you.
So again, once again, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for coming today. And again, like I said, this part of this recording will be available on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/earthfeather. So if you go ahead and subscribe now, you'll get an indicator when the video is ready. I'm going to get back on to some stronger internet pretty soon when we go back into the city to pick up some items tomorrow. So that's when I'll make sure that I get it uploaded so everybody can see it at least by midnight tomorrow. Okay? So peace and blessings,
all
everybody.
Right.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you all.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching Facebook.
Everyone.
Thank you, Facebook Live, everybody that tuned in. Take care.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. God bless and good night.